Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hornets, Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Knipple. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
Now here's Edwards. Wasted no time on that one.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
DiVincenzo against Ball. The 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yes.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves, but there remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Bridges with it, now defended by Randall. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And nice mechanics from Miller there, ready to fire as that pass was coming.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Charlotte making a switch here. Diabate's checked in. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. The 4th spot held by Anthony Edwards.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Whitey's checked in for Miller. Charlotte in the lead. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ants defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. White against Edwards. Fires the three, and another three for Charlotte.
Well, if you're looking for a three-point duel, White's up to the challenge.
And there's Edwards on the assist from Randall. Edwards got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Randall. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And Bones Highland subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Puts up a deep three. Ingles. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Here's Diabate. Look out! Here he comes!
Oh, my goodness. Whew.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And here's Edwards from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Edwards got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Ball surveying the defense. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Takes the three. Highland's shot is good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet. From outside.
And so it's Charlotte bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
On the court for Minnesota, the big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Then it's Bones Highland. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Oh, look at that.
Wow. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in. charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. There you can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Well, hey, Randall possesses this kind of range. The defense has to at least honor his shot.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Charlotte moving it around. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing some something to adjust. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Brandon Miller comes in for White, and a change for the Timberwolves. Edwards is checked in, shoots the three. Highland's shot is good. Highland's got his second basket of the night.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Deep two from Ball. And good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Bridges shot. Good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Randall with the ball. Now guarded by Ball.
Don't even try to defend that. What a move, Julius Randle.
Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, well, once things start going in that direction, regaining your composure defensively is not easy to do.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Dosumu comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Another bucket down.
Low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking. At the rim.
And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Timberwolves trail by 14.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Charlotte has gotten hot from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Here's Knipp. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And here's Steven. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. Another excellent quarter for him, especially from long range. He's buried a total of 7 three-pointers in the game. We'll return shortly.
Welcome, everybody. A fun-filled evening underway.
And taking a look here now at the Hornets, they're in a free fall, sliding down these rankings. But the good news is time is still on their side.
Yep, plenty of games left for them to turn things around. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the Hornets.
Some teams say they're going.
And that is a wrap. Now let's.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Nibble out there with Miles Bridges. So that's the Hornets 5.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
And again, Minnesota with the triple.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. Lamelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves. And the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever
Why is LaMelo dabbing?
he's on the court.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. Fifth, the Timberwolves.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
And with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Reed. Outside, Ball. This one for three. Good! Another from three.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got two guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Ball. Again, the Hornets score.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
Here's Randall. Here's Edwards. Edwards with a physical finish inside.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Got that one up quick. Bridges has got 8.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Ball and again. For three.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. The Timberwolves.
Dwayne, I broke his ankles. Dwayne.
Have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance.
Oh my God.
Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Guys, back to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Wow, hammering it in. Look out.
Athleticism at its peak there from Ball.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. 15-point game. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the Hornets. Swan's checked in, and it's Kobe White in for Josh Green. Gobert the pass to Shannon. It's stolen by White. Over to the wing. Here's Highland. Banked in off the glass. Highland's got 11 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Ball. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Stolen by Ball. Fires from...
There's no way I just made that.
And good. He hits it again.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Good on the triple. Ingles has got his second bucket of the night.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end. And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Ball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Bones Highland is out there with Jaden McDaniel. And it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. Timberwolves trail by 17. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
Flashing his athleticism on the drive. I like when McDaniels takes initiative on offense.
He takes it. Oh!
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop.
Oh, that was something else.
Are you kidding me?
LaMelo using that body control there, making a play off contact.
Puts up a deep 3. The Hornets rebound. Shot clock at 6. Another one goes. Incredible.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Highland misses. Hornets leading by 17. There's Ball with the connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh. And that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's Edwards from the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Edwards got 21 in the game.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
DiVincenzo with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Down low. Oh, what an assist! Leading him to the bucket.
Not easy inside there for Reed, but he made something happen.
Ball. Again, what an avalanche!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's DiVincenzo.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Randall outside. The three goes down.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Charlotte.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And everyone important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game.
Oh, man! Wow!
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
A three-pointer, good. Here he goes.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
So it's Minnesota now. It's a 14-point game. Drained from outside.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Just rising up with purpose. Allow Bridges to get this kind of positioning, and he is going to hammer it home.
Now Randall, and down goes the three. 15 seconds left in the game. Ball, and another one.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game. All time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss.
73.
And another one falls.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him.
It's yeah, it's 2K. It's 2K26.